Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. This video is already my 3-month post-op from my gastric sleeve surgery. Quick rundown, I had gastric sleeve surgery on March 16th. I should have did this a couple of days ago, but my weekend has been kind of hectic. I got a little sick. A fever came from nowhere, but usually in the summertime, that's usually, when people get sick. But anywho, just to give you a rundown, my starting weight was at 341, and when I went to go and visit my doctor this past Friday, when I got on the scale, I was 282.6. So yeah, it's still a big shock just with how much I know with a 3-month, I had to get up a lot of blood. And I'm thinking maybe that's where my illnesses came from. I'm sorry. When I went to see the phlebotomist, you know how they check and make sure it's you, make sure your name and everything is spelled right. And then I saw her go and get like the valve. I'm like, oh man, that's like a box, what's going on? She's like, oh, it's time, we have to check everything. And I'm like, okay, what all do you need to check? So she took 10 vials of blood from me. Yeah, 10 vials of blood. And so me, I'm not freakish when it comes to giving blood. I'm the type that doesn't jump or get sick or anything. So me, she's sticking it in. I'm watching. And by the time she got to the 6-1, I was like, okay, are you done yet? I feel like I'm about to just fall off. But then she's like, oh, well, you soon be done. And when she got to the 10th one, I was like, whoa, I wish my mom would have drove for me, but she's the type of person that's scared to drive on Houston freeways. But other than that, my doctor told me how much of a good progress that I am on. We talked a little bit about the medicines. Like I mentioned in my last video, I have a bag full of medicine, and just with the just to show you, the main two that I'm having a problem with, these are the Celebrate bariatric supplements. This is my multivitamin, and this is my calcium. I'm just giving you an example because these are the closest to. The others are probably in the kitchen. But when you have gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, anything, when you chew something, it's going to be hard to chew. This is it. I'm comparing it. Like I compare my eyeshadows in my videos. Yeah, this is a pill. This is a dimension of the pill. So say about a silver dollar. Well, let me not exaggerate. Say, I guess it can be the size of a quarter. And you see the thickness of it. This is what I have to chew. Now, chewing this and then swallowing feels like, not to, be sarcastic or anything, but it's like slowly going down, like if you ate something bad and it's just slowly taking its time. You want to gag, but you can't. So I was like, hell no, I can't do this anymore. So they were telling me about the Vitamin Shop or GNC, where there's like liquid vitamins. You can take the liquid form. I told them that I get a meat mallet and just bam, 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 bash it up and try to chew it like a powder, but that's still the same thing. So hopefully I can get my hands on the liquid. Sorry guys, my battery cut off on me, and I'm guessing this is my camera's way of saying, hey, I'm old, I'm through with you, get a new one. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. My uncles didn't give me nothing for my birthday. Okay, got a call to make after this. But wrapping it up, I stopped off on the chewable multivitamin and the calcium, and well, those are only two that I showed you. I have something to take for iron because I have an iron deficiency. Also anemic, but the anemia was before my surgery. I found out I was anemic like back in 2009 when I had thyroid surgery, because I had a thyroid tumor. So I have like half my thyroid, and they removed the tumor, and so that's where the anemia came from. So now I got anemia, now I have an iron deficiency, and I feel okay. Protein drinks are going to be your best friend, especially when you can't eat. Those are going to be the best thing for you. I mean, I know you want, like for me, some days I look at some of my coworkers, especially they come in with damn Popeyes fried chicken, or they have, you know, a Subway sandwich, and it's like, God, I'm not even going to try and get like a 6-inch sub because of the bread, and I'm not even about to deal with that, trying to digest it. And my doctor is like, well, some people that have the difficulty with certain foods, like my dad tried to barbecue like chicken and ribs, and it's so dry. So my doctor is like, well, maybe you know, put like some sauce on it, because eating it dry, it just, God, like the feeling that I get when I take my vitamins, that's what it feels like. And then he's like, you know, take small bites. I still have that 2 minimum max on some things, but one thing I was so happy about, I was able to eat a whole plate of, I went to my favorite restaurant, the Oceanaire, that I mentioned in my other video. It's like a fancy seafood place. Like if you have a Papacitos, a Landry's, you know, something like that, something high fine dining seafood type places, something like that. They have a seared ahi tuna. I love tuna. And with some people, they look at it like, oh, whatever, I'm the one eating this, so you ain't got to worry about looking at my plate. So they, you know, sashimi did. I was with a coworker, and she's like, it looks like pepper bacon. But it was real thick, and the way they cut it, I had like 10 pieces of it. So what I did is I got my fork and my knife, and even though it was about say about that in the thickness and everything. So I got my fork and my knife, and I cut all the pieces in half, and they had a soy sauce and wasabi. I only got like a little touch of wasabi, but I made sure to dredge it in soy sauce, you know, tap it off, shake off the excess, and I was able to eat the whole plate pacing myself. I was full for the whole day, and I was just so proud. I was like, wow, I was able to eat like a whole plate of it. But when I went back again, I messed myself up because I was just so thirsty, and I had a whole glass of water. And I was only have 2 bites before I felt like if I was going to gag. So, but it was okay. I took the rest home, you know, and by the time I got home, I was able to finish the rest. But that's like the best, like seafood. Shrimp, I have to, you know, do the same thing, put it with the sauce. But what my doctor was telling me, he's like, he's known some people that just became vegetarians because of the whole meat thing. And I was like, well, you know, with the protein drinks and stuff, you're still able to get protein, but you're thinking, you know, I need some type of nourishment, you know, some type of, you know, solid. But then I had to tell myself it's been 3 months. I know some people don't really fully recover from like 6 months to a year. So it's going pretty much okay. He told me that when I go back to see him for my 6 months in September, if it's still like that, they will go back and do an upper GI. I had to get that done before my surgery. It's like they put a scope down you and they look in your stomach to make sure everything is okay before you can even have the surgery, whether it's lap band, bypass, or sleeve. And I'm like, I'm not about to go through another, you know, even though you get to leave that same day, it's like a day surgery, but I'm not going through that. I'm still dealing with, you know, paying, you know, hospital bills. And I do not want to have to go through another surgery. And the whole point of him doing that, he's like, well, they can stretch it out. I'm like, no, you know, you're not touching me anymore unless it's some type of complication. You know, there's a tumor in there, you know, I have a gallstone or something. No. So, hey, I might just have to do protein tuna and, you know, for a little minute. But, I shouldn't complain about eating, you know, meats and stuff too much because look at my weight loss. Now, I have no choice but to go to the gym. The little exercise that I've been doing, I have an Xbox. I'll push my bed out the way and I'll do Zumba, or I'll do Dance Central. They don't have that video game anymore. I don't know why. I guess because the Zumba is going in full effect. Or that UFC trainer, man. 30 minutes into that and you're already, it's like a, I don't know if you ever heard of that P90X. I was a little scared into doing that because just looking at the diet, that's like a starvation diet. Like drink black coffee and eat like canned tuna and eat an apple, and that's like your meal for the day. But looking at the workouts and stuff, they're pretty hardcore. But to me, P90X is like if you're already in shape, you're not so overweight, because just looking at it, you're going into full hardcore workouts. So for right now, since I haven't really been to the gym, I'm going to start going to the gym on the weekends. But I've just been doing the Zumba. It's some type of movement, whether it's going up the stairs or just walking for like 30 minutes or so. You have to have some type of movement. You know, well, some people fail to realize, they think, you know, I have the surgery and I don't have to worry about doing this or doing that. I can go back and eat what I want. I'm just going to lose weight. That is not true. I had a friend of mine, she had it done last year, and she had, matter of fact, she had gastric bypass and went back into eating all the fatty food, and that heifer gained all her weight back. And I'm like, dude, why would you go into a surgery so drastic, so dangerous, that's supposed to be a lifestyle change, and you're eating this damn crap again? And look, you're back right at your weight. You know, I just didn't understand that. So there's going to be temptations, you know, like I said, especially like with my job, they eat 24/7. And then my greedy coworker that sits beside me in the office, I mean, if it's not cookies or pies or breakfast tacos, Taco Bell, Popeyes fried chicken, like I said. So it's like I learned to tolerate it. But then it's like days like, oh man, if I just peel off the skin. But then my son I guess he's noticing I haven't been eating much, so he stuck a french fry in my mouth. So I was like, oh, just a little french fry. I chewed it, and y'all, I had to hurry up and vomit, because when you take a french fry, you think of, you know, well, you're tasting the potatoes and the salt. It's like all I could taste was the grease. And my mom, she ate one just to make sure, you know, something wasn't wrong with it. And she was like, no, you know, it's a french fry, you know, taste the salt and all there. But it's like my stomach is like, you know, no. So I learned my lessons from that. And, you know, the temptation stuff, you just got to keep on pushing through. It's been 3 months. I am more than ecstatic with my results. Now I just have to work on my flab, you know, because I got this going on. I have to work on that. When I started, I was a 24, like nearing to a size 26 in my clothes, but now I'm happy to say I can get into a size 20. And now the size 20 pants and jeans that I bought, they're starting to get a little loose now. So it's like, wow, before you know it, I'll be able to get into a size 18. I will be ecstatic to be at a size 12. I don't want to go any lower than a size 12. Back when I was real thin, I was like, God, I think I was a size 10 or 12, but I was more comfortable at a 14. You know me, I'm 5'11", so I'm really going to look really, really thin. I don't want to look sick, but my main thing is to get toned up. I know a lot of people after weight loss surgery, they start to get the skin, because I'm getting it like on my stomach. It's like I can actually just pull it out. And I know a lot of people, they go into the what's the new name for it, body contouring. So I don't know about that, especially with, you know, my job and stuff. Right now we're supposed to be going through budget cuts, and I hate to go through that and, you know, have to work triple time in order to get it. But I'm gonna leave it up to God. You know, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. If it's for me, it's for me. If not, then that just means I have to work extra hard into getting it tight. And that's the hardest thing with weight loss. I mean, you're gonna have that extra skin. So we'll see what happens. I probably might win the lotto by then. But yeah, just to go ahead and wrap it up, that is my status on my 3-month post-surgery update. More videos are coming. I know it's been really hectic, and I know you guys are like, you know, waiting for your inbox, waiting to see the notification I post a video. But for the summer, with my job, I'm working 10-hour shifts Monday through Thursday. We have every Friday off, but Fridays, and then my son's summer school is Monday through Thursday, and so on Fridays we're not getting up to like 11 o'clock. And then by the time we get up and move around and stuff, and then, you know, to spend time with him and all. So I'm trying to make an effort to go ahead and start doing quick videos like in the morning, like to wake up a little bit early. I may not have the full, you know, when I go into my foundation, this is what I use, this and that. I probably might just do the eyes, and then in the description box just to go ahead and mention what blush and lipstick and, you know, contour and all that I won't use, that I did use. So I may go that route. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions or whatnot, oh, one more thing. God, and her name just slipped my mind. One of my subscribers, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Your name just popped in my head and now just bleaked out. When I mentioned about my ankles, and I got an email from another subscriber. I should have wrote this down before I did this video, but the swelling in my ankles, I had to go to my doctor and show him about that because the swelling has come back. And I told him, I have a sedentary job. You know, I sit down, I'm mostly on a computer and I'm taking calls. When I walk away, you know, it's probably like on my 15-minute break or something. But what I noticed, since I've been going through a lot of stress with personal stuff that's been going on with me as well, he told me whatever chance I get, I need to elevate my feet. Like how I sit on my desk, and if I can, just prop my legs up. And he's like, because of the elevation. And he's like, if you're just sitting down, you know, you're on a restaurant, you're on a sofa or whatnot, you know, you gotta at least pick up your feet, you know, have them elevated to your heart. And I noticed I got like a little stool that I found at work, and just doing that in between that has really helped. And it's called lymphedema, and I thought that only happens with severe overweight people, like the people that are like 500-600 pounds. But since I have it, some days when I'm on my feet like constantly, just running back and forth trying to get stuff done, that's when they're really swell. And that's why I hate it when I wear dresses and skirts, because, you know, people look at it like, you know, especially when I go and get a pedicure and they're like, oh, did you break your ankle or something recently? That's how bad it gets. But just the FYI on that. But the more weight that you lose, my doctor said if I lose probably like another 30 pounds, it should be gone. So I just want to give you that heads up on that. But other than that, that's okay. The camera stopped on me again, but let me go ahead and just wrap this up. Thank you guys for all your support. Keep coming with your comments. If you have any other looks that you want to see, please let me know. If you have any other questions about the gastric sleeve surgery, go ahead and email me on that as well. So take care, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night, guys. Go Heat!